up the cost of being a pure online touchless company versus a traditional retailer, kind of think of it as a spectrum. So along the spectrum, you have on the one side a company that is purely online and has no interaction with the physical customer, and on the other edge is the traditional jeweler. And along that line, as you move, you start to introduce elements of engagement in a physical way. So some brands do pop-ups. For us, pop-ups were not really brand consistent, so we were looking for something that would bring us close to our customer, but not with a huge overhead of actually having a physical store. And we found that being on the ground floor in a location where our customers are and allowing them to find us online via Google Maps or just Google search or social media would be the best way to keep that cost low so that we can still deliver great value to our customers as an online company should, but at the same time be able to give them that sense of touch and feel. And in the future, we'll be thinking of experimenting with other types of physical retail opportunities like concessions, or even maybe going into a high street retail environment, but it will only be if it's one where we can still deliver the value that we do as an online company without that huge overhead. I'd like to say that we found the showroom just by planning and being very strategic about it, but actually, as with many things in startups, it was a little bit of luck. So actually we started our business looking for a co-working space, and we didn't at the time even know that we were going to need to have a showroom or that customers would really want that. We started out thinking we'd be a pure online play company. And when we found what is essentially called the bathtub to boardroom co-working space, where we set up, and it was just 3 of us in the company at first, we quickly realized that there's actually a ground floor space, and we were a bit opportunistic about it, and we spoke to the management of the property and said, can we negotiate a deal where we would have access to a room on the ground floor and keep it private, even though the rest of the space was communal. And we managed to find a deal that worked for both sides and opened up our doors. We put on the website that we're now able to meet customers for appointments. And very quickly after that, we started seeing that we would have at least 1 a day. And now we're at the stage where we have 3 or 4 a day, and sometimes even have people double booking for the same slot. So it was a bit of luck, but as with many things, when you look back on it, it's really been a pivotal point in our business. So if you think about what kind of customers we have quite a large spectrum. Our average order value is £3,000, but we do start from customers who are spending around £800 or £900 for an engagement ring, a classic design. But we have had sales as large as £50,000, £60,000. And to be honest, most of those sales have come through this room. And in part, we realized that for that kind of value, people really want to have a sense of trust in the brand and the company, get a full experience. And online just doesn't cut it for such a high average order value. But we find that there are a large number of customers that are completely happy online, and some even at a low average order value that would really want to come in because they're just not used to spending this kind of money online. So there's quite a spectrum, but definitely I think we wouldn't have been able to attract some of our higher spending customers without the showroom. In terms of how we design the experience around the customer, it really depends on their needs. Most of our customers who come in, they are coming in at a stage where they've already spent quite a lot of time researching online, planning, and they have a good idea of what they want. And the benefit of the showroom experience is that last little sense of trust and confidence in committing to such a large purchase. Some customers are coming in to have their ring size checked because they haven't been able to get that before, so they're coming in as a couple. Unlike the traditional view of the proposal, the millennials seem to want to get engaged a lot more in a collaborative fashion, so a large proportion of our customers are collaborating on this purchase, which is fantastic for us because I think it's very rewarding for both sides of the couple. Some of our customers are coming in to have a design drawn out for them, so they're very custom, they want something really bespoke. We have a large number of different personas, and for some it's trust, for some it's just ring size, for some it's an experience. For others, they've actually decided between 2 or 3 rings and they just want to see them in person, which is why we have our whole collection here as well. So I'd say there's quite a variety of different needs that customers have, but most of it is around trust, touch and feel, this kind of sense that they are making the right decision. So from the perspective of our brand, we basically stuck in between 2 very, very different brand offerings. The 1990s, early 2000s online model of being a very commodity type functional website I would go and say that a large number of our competitors have the word diamonds in their URL, domain name, diamonds.com type of businesses. And then we've got the traditional jewelers, both the high street and the high end like the Cartiers and Tiffany's, as well as the Hatton Garden jewelers. The difference between it is that the online offering initially was all about this kind of, we are 40% better priced than the traditional jeweler. And the traditional jeweler was all about, yes, but how do you know that what you're going to get is what you're going to love? And we realized that there's an opportunity to offer the best of both. So our brand is about this kind of experience, delivering that great value that comes with online, because we don't have the overheads of a traditional jeweler, but at the same time, this is a purchase where most people are coming in really unprepared. Unless you want to become an expert in the process, you want to rely on someone to guide you and consult. So it's combining the best of both of those to deliver an experience. And I think most of our customers come in initially quite nervous because it's a large amount of money, they have no idea, and they come out of that feeling really rewarded. They were in part involved creatively in designing the ring, they've learned something interesting. So it's about that beautiful and still value-driven customer experience that makes us different.